Hello traders, this is Ala Peters, founder of Fibonacci Trading Institute and proprietary Fibonacci trading method. In this webinar, we will be discussing what to expect in Fibonacci Trading Bootcamp with Genesis Alpha Fibonacci Trading System. But before we start the webinar, I would like to remind you that every single thing I will do in this webinar is not a financial advice. Every single thing I will show and teach you to improve your financial understanding of the markets. All the products, software, courses, and every single we discuss in this webinar is to educate you with very powerful reminder. Past performance not indicative of future results. All software demonstrated as is, and trading stocks, forex, futures, and options involves substantial risk and not for everyone. All the testimonials from students and graduates are believed to be true, and no one had ever, never been paid for their testimonial. Let's start a webinar, shall we? So if you are ready to enjoy trading, as all the members do, we're having a ball in trading. If you are ready to trade with institutions using institutional trends and volume with Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system, because this is what Genesis is based on. If you are ready to trade consistently, stress-free, with community of supportive and like-minded traders, you should stick around. But if you are not here and you're watching recording, this is what we will be focusing next. I will share very briefly about myself and the method. 2008, when market was crashing, I thought money grew on a tree. I, at that time, was multimillionaire with multiple properties, designing, developing, and investing in real estate and stock market. When in 2008 market started crashing, I started questioning everything about markets, and I was fortunate enough to spend time in front of the screen and pay attention to the charts for months, questioning what in the world just happened in the markets. This is what I witnessed in 2008. This was a stock I was holding. This is Chesapeake Energy, one of the top energy stocks at that time in US. This stock had spectacular, phenomenal fundamentals, phenomenal earnings. However, the stock collapsed completely. It almost stopped existing. So why in the world did that happen? As you will see throughout multiple examples in this webinar, this is exact same thing that happened on S&P this morning, 5-minute chart when S&P sold off from. This is exact same formula that happens on any instrument, as you will see, on Apple, Amazon, on stocks, on options, no matter what you trade, every single instrument looks exactly the same. And that was my very clear understanding since 2008, when it became my mission in life to develop Fibonacci strategy and help other traders to become profitable, which is actually what I've done since 2011. Our YouTube channel has more than 3,000 followers. I work with traders from beginner to hedge fund manager in US and globally in more than 56 countries. I work with traders who trade $500 account, and I work with traders who trade $5 million, $5 billion account, from Florida all the way to Dubai, to London, to Singapore. Method is also traded on Wall Street. I'm very proud of what I developed. I have students who are my dearest friends all over the world. I travel and present at global events, and I constantly develop new strategies, new software, and I teach and show and develop more every single day. And every single time I remind traders that Alpha Fibonacci method consists of proprietary strategies at the core with Alpha Fibonacci, where exact entry based on price action patterns, exact exit based on proprietary Fibonacci tool, with institutional trends being key. Method can be traded on any instrument, any time frame, any platform with ultimate precision. Shall we take a look on a couple of examples? What about Apple? 2015, Apple comes out with the worst earnings in 13 years. I present at hedge fund convention and Apple at crucial support at 93 level. Horrific earnings don't mean a thing, as posted also on my LinkedIn profile, as posted also on YouTube channel. The only thing I say is matters. Alpha Fibonacci proprietary support. This support is respected, and despite the worst earnings in 13 years, Apple more than doubles in value. This is exact same identical dance we witnessed this morning on multiple instruments, as you will see next. So how come in the world Apple more than doubled despite the worst earnings? Because Fibonacci said so, and this is exact same identical dance price does on any instrument you choose to trade. So when Apple continued drastically higher after earnings, there is no surprise. All identified in advance, never after the fact. What else do you see ahead? Do you see Alpha Fibonacci reversal? Apple reaches that level. And when Apple starts selling off, what do you see on the bottom? Do you see 140 level? Ultimate trend inception? That's what Apple reaches and where Apple rallies from. There is no surprise. And when Apple reaches again Alpha Fibonacci reversal zone, Apple selling off again and again and again. And that's the power of the method, and that's the reason method traded on Wall Street. It's not about a couple of ticks. It's about ultimate precision and ultimate predictive power of Alpha Fibonacci strategies, all identified in advance, never after the fact. And that's the power of the method, and that's exact same dance that played out on S&P and Dow this morning, all recorded on video and posted on our YouTube channel. So here's exact same identical example on Dow. All of this played out in the trading room this morning. This is a chart identical to S&P. This is a chart identical to Apple. This is a chart identical to pound, to oil, to euro, to any instrument you trade. What are you witnessing Dow had done this morning? This was your trading range on Dow between this support and this resistance. Just like Apple between 93 to 181. If I convert this chart to 5 minutes, what would you see? Is it possible identical accuracy remains? This is a place you look to short from. This is a place you look to buy from. And if I convert this chart to 15, to any chart you choose to trade, identical accuracy remains. This is Dow in the last 24 hours. On any chart you choose to trade, just like Apple for many, many months when Apple came out with the worst earnings. So no matter what chart you trade, no matter if it's Dow, no matter if it's S&P, no matter if it's any instrument you trade, price action remains the same. This is what method based on. If you can trade 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you can trade daily, weekly, monthly. Choice is yours what you choose to trade. So if I will bring up to your attention the most popular instrument in United States of America, which is S&P mini futures, it's identical dense. Identical support on November 14th as 93 on Apple. Identical support and a play for the last 24 hours. Identical resistance and identical sell-off. It is all the same, traders, no matter what you trade. And if I convert this chart to 3 minute on S&P, this is what method known for. All of this identified minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months in advance. All depends on instrument and time frame you trade. And that's the power of the method. Do you want to trade 3 minute S&P? Do you want to trade 15-minute Dow? Or do you like to invest on Apple long term? Choice is yours. And if you want to trade them all, absolutely. Many students do all over the world. So for the first time ever, Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system for NinjaTrader 8 will become available to members on December 2nd. Genesis had not been released yet. This is the first time ever Genesis strategy will be included in Alpha Fibonacci trading system software. Alpha Fibonacci total trading system with Genesis includes core proprietary Fibonacci strategies. With Genesis, which is a new proprietary trend strategy that we will be dissecting every single day in a bootcamp on multiple instruments. From Apple Weekly to Euro Monthly to 5 minute, 10 minute to any instrument you choose to trade, Genesis, as well as all Alpha Fibonacci trading strategies apply too. It will always identify precise targets in advance. It will always utilize institutional trend inception in advance. Never ever ever after the fact. On day trading charts, minutes and hours in advance. On long-term charts, days, weeks, and months in advance. Shall we take a look at a couple of examples and what's playing out now? So let's take a look on oil years before and oil now, so you can see the power of institutional trend inception, the power of ultimate trend reversal identified years in advance. This is oil in 2016. Does it look familiar? In 2016, oil at ultimate bottom at 29. This is exact same place where oil is now. Is everyone seeing this? What is the difference between 2016 versus now? The only difference is a contract number size. This is March 2016. Brilliant, intelligent trader looks to buy oil. This is what oil does next. Stages bullish rally. Do you remember what Apple had done from the bottom? Do you? Identical formula. There is no surprise. It is all the same no matter what you trade. Intelligent trader loves to buy ultimate low at institutional support. So if you're trading oil as a day trader, you have multiple opportunities to buy as low as possible. But this is exact same identical chart on S&P this morning at ultimate bottom 30 minutes after market open. Right now S&P in very different place, exact same level as ultimate support on Apple. Ultimate trend inception on S&P 30 minutes after market open is where oil rallied from few months later. And this is what oil had done 2 years later. Oil reaches 64. What do you see ahead? Do you see alpha Fibonacci reversal though? Of course. Does oil reach this level? Absolutely. This is the reason I work with hedge fund managers all over the world. Did we expect oil to sell off? Of course. That's what price does 80+% of the time, no matter what you trade. And that's what S&P had done prior. Identical sell-off few days ago. There is no surprise. It's all the same. And if I convert this chart on S&P to 15, what would you see? If you browse my YouTube channel, or if you were present in the trading room, all of this identified days in advance. No matter what chart you trade on S&P, no matter what chart you trade on oil. And this is what oil done next. Reaching 55, of course. There is no surprise. And that's oil now. All identified years in advance. Clear on this? So when oil comes out with endless bearish news in the last many months, but oil continue rallying, as it's done also again this week when it came out with bearish news, there is no surprise. This is not the place to short, this is a place to buy from. And that's what intelligent trader does. No matter what instrument you choose to trade, no matter if it's 5-minute, 15-minute, daily, hourly, or monthly. And if I would take you back to day trading chart on oil, this is bearish news this week. Shock or not. How many points did oil rally? Anyone surprised? Do you want to trade on the news? If the answer is yes, what would your account look like? If you traded bearish news on oil for the last year, every single time, 99% of the time, oil rallies hundreds and thousands of points. And this is a picture perfect example again and again and again. Do you know why? Because this is not just little junky day trading chart. This is institutional bottom. The place to buy from, not the place to ever short near. We agree? Everyone with me? It is that simple. So, that's what played out on oil traders. And if I look on oil, and if I convert this chart to 3, 4, 5, or any chart you choose to trade, this is what oil had done after bearish news. And that's a stunning reminder. Fibonacci is the only natural predictive tool in the market. Nothing else will ever give you this much predictive power and accuracy. And that's identical power on any day trading chart, and that's identical power on institutional long-term chart. Fibonacci tell you with Alpha Fibonacci trading system and Genesis software in advance. Institutional trend inception, institutional trend reversal, no matter what you trade. You never ever ever short into. You never ever ever buy into, as you will see on more and more examples next. Trading with institutions is the core of the Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system. Trading with institutional trends and volume is key to trading success. Trading with institutional ranges produces consistent results. In their position trading, this is the most important part of successful trading. Alpha Fibonacci system identifies institutional trend inception and trend reversals in advance as key points of entries on any instruments, as key points of exits in advance at institutional trend inception, independent of news and indicators. Let's review a couple of examples. So this is S&P institutional chart. Everyone seeing this? This is weekly. All of this been identified well in advance. So when I work with JP Morgan trader, there is no surprise when he says 0 shorts this year. This is spectacular rally. So if you've been riding phenomenal institutional bullish trend this year, you had done extremely well. Any beginner trader can trade here. This is the easy part in December 2018. But this is where market becoming challenging, where market reaching historical highs, and where market starts staging very challenging pullbacks. So how you are dealing with these market conditions will determine your trading success. Every single day prior to placing a trade, Alpha Fibonacci intelligent trader looks at weekly chart and then dives a little deeper. And this is the reason you've been witnessing buyers stepping in, because on daily it is institutional support, not the place to short. And this is where buyers been coming from non-stop on S&P today, because it is ultimate support, not the place to short. Everyone clear on this? So when institutional support correlates with day trading trend inception, brilliant intelligent trader takes advantage of the market. No surprises here. None are present. Institutional support with day trading trend inception. Very powerful place for day trader to be. You cannot trade without. If you are trading without institutional levels, if you are trading without institutional trends, you are trading against yourself. Anyone can trade here at the bottom. This is the easy part. This is not. When institutions continue buying historical highs, market in brutal chop, and if market not crushing and not selling off, market will test you to the core. Understanding what institutions do will change your trading forever. And this is what intelligent trader views and understands prior to placing trade. It is that simple. So even right now, after market close, I still have long alerts on S&P on scanner. And that's what you will see next. Because brilliant intelligent trader who is operating Alpha Fibonacci trading system knows extremely well. The most important support in the market is decision point 1. This is the example on pound. Do you remember this exact same identical level this morning on S&P? S&P respected this level, correct? Exact same support as Apple had done, no matter what chart you choose to trade. Correct? Dow. Let's walk down memory lane, shall we? So you can see the power of the method. This is Dow in 2016. Dow respecting critical alpha Fibonacci support for 7 years. This bright pink line identifies the end of the minor trend. So when 7 years later Dow is breaking through this level, what is the next level Dow reaching? 124, of course. And as I said for many years, expect Dow at 1.1. This is a chart that's been present here for the last 10 years. Do you remember do you remember pound at 2100? It's exact same reversal zone where pound sold off from this week at 28,150. Do you remember oil at 77? All of these charts are twins. However, all of these charts are different instruments, completely different. So if we would go back to Dow, does anyone know good news on Dow? So what in the world is Dow reaching crucial support and staging phenomenal rally? Does anyone knows? Because it's critical support on weekly, it's alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. Despite horrific news in Britain, Dow stages the biggest rally. Again, this is Dow at the start of the year. Do you remember Dow at this level? When Dow collapsing back down to reversal zone. This is the biggest rally on Dow in many years. For one reason only. Dow reached trend inception, ultimate bottom, as Apple had done at 140, as oil had done at 29 in 2016, despite Brexit, despite horrific news. Phenomenal rally on pound 2017 until pound reaches reversal zone again and crashes until this trend inception. Right now Dow stuck between minor trends. As again S&P and Dow had done this morning. It is all the same. The only difference, how long you holding position. Is it 5 minutes? Is it 5 hours? Is it 5 days? 5 years? Choice is yours. You decide. And that's number of examples. We will review even more next. Again, after 124, 106 is lifeline of pound. 106 is out, 89 cents will follow. So, In summary, Alpha Fibonacci Genesis Trading System software package includes Alpha Fibonacci Trade Tool. This trade tool places trade directly on your chart with entry, stop, and targets. Alpha Fibonacci Scanner scans multiple instruments and multiple time frames for Alpha Fibonacci trades. Alpha Fibonacci Scanner templates come in standard and customizable options for long-term and short-term Alpha Fibonacci trades. Alpha Fibonacci Pivot Tool identifies key turning points in the markets on multiple time frames, and no-gap range bars and range bar maker are some of the favorite day trading charts for our traders. So this is what scanner look like: multi-market scanner, multi-instruments scanner running right now in front of me. But if I would bring up to you scanner that is not running in front of me, it's very easily customizable, and you can easily add or remove any instrument. So if I would right click and I say add gold, why not? Of course, simple, add gold. If you would like to add NQ, if you would like to add anything you choose to trade, of course, nothing is a problem. And if you would like to remove, with a single click, right click and remove or add any instrument you choose to trade. And on NinjaTrader with multi-chart books, it's a phenomenal stress-free trading. So the scanner running on my top monitor, multiple scanners running in front of me, with multiple NinjaTrader chart book, brilliant trader is well prepared. You can have 80 plus trade opportunities with a single click. You are not clicking back and forth between the charts. You are not stressing out. You are not panicking. Software is showing you critical buy and sell area. Monitor the scanner and trade with institutions as a brilliant, intelligent trader would. You would never short into support, correct? Software showing you so. You would never buy into resistance, correct? What a painful day on S&P, but software gave us flawless alerts. Despite our extended bullish rally, despite institutional reversal zone, we're still having a ball with students every single day, as you will see next from students' post from today. And that's exactly what scanner looks like. Whatever you decide to input, any instrument choice is yours. Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system comes up with trade recognition tool with exact entry, stop, and targets. You can also customize with email and phone alert options. This is what trade would look like with Alpha Fibonacci Genesis tool as a core of software. And that's the key. With or without range bars. Take a look. So this is exactly how your chart would look like with Alpha Fibonacci Genesis software. With exact entry, with exact stop, with exact target. It is that simple. Everyone clear on this? Nothing in this market is random. Precise entry, precise stop, precise targets. On S&P, alpha Fibonacci no gap range bars. Oil, multiple short trades from alpha Fibonacci resistance with precise entry, stop and target. Trader who trades with institutional bias has multiple short trades as long as trades are not shorting into institutional trend inception. Correct? Identical example on gold. Long versus short. And that's what software would look like. With the power of a scanner, with multi-chart books with NinjaTrader 8, it's a stress-free trading. And that's what Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system does. Identifies an advanced institutional trend inception, institutional trend reversals, shows clearly institutional trading ranges, independent of news and earnings, delivers consistent results, and gives peace of mind and clarity for intelligent trader, and erases taking speculative trades at the wrong time and after the fact. Trader's mindset addressed throughout all live classes, and we will focus on trader's mindset critically in a bootcamp. We will focus again at institutional levels on quality, never ever quantity of your trades. This is a trader who will never waste time staring at the screen, who will never ever search for trades for hours, who will never chase markets, who will not speculate. That's mentality of 96%. All of this will be erased. You will never ever have to do this with Alpha Fibonacci Genesis trading system. And that's the key. So a number of students coming to me and say, you know what, I love to trade on MT4, I love to trade on Thinkorswim, I love to trade on Sierra Chart, not a problem. NinjaTrader 8 is a free platform. You can run software on NinjaTrader 8, but you can place trades anywhere you wish. You can request live data fee from Kinetic at the minimal fee. But if you will decide to trade on NinjaTrader, it's the easiest platform to use for day trading. I have traders who come to me who are older than 70 and they master the platform after a couple of days. It's extremely user-free. It is never a problem to use. Alpha Fibonacci trading system can also be used without software, as it's been used without software for the previous 10 years. However, with the software, it's a phenomenal tool, as every single user raves about it and trades with consistency, confidence, precision, and clarity, utilizing market scanners and trade recognition tool. So here's a couple of my favorite emails. As again, I have thousands and thousands of emails over the last 10 years. Why is this one of my favorite emails? From Jerry? Because Jerry was extremely skeptical. He followed me for about 6 months and he called me and he said, oh my God, I can't believe you are that good. I spent over $100,000. When he saw one of my students' wedding picture posted on the website, he signed up right away. Jerry is my biggest fan. With Jerry, when I work with private mentoring, he started in group course and upgraded to private mentoring. We have a lot of fun. Do you know what Jerry had done? He brought his dear friend Steven to the course. And this is what Steven sent me, as I already have multiple emails from Steven. So, Steven remains consistently profitable, up over 2K for the goal of 50K in combined in 3 days. As he says, first private lesson in October, he learned so much. And what is the biggest compliment? Joining your Fib Institute was the best decision I have ever made regarding my trading career. And as he says, it's definitely stress-free trading. And this is the biggest compliment I can ever receive. I thank God for you every day because everything I do, I simply very proud of. And I care about my students' success. And my students prove constantly that my trading system works. All you have to do, make an effort. As Jeff right now in the webinar, this is what melts my soul. As Jeff surprised me when he stopped by the room, and Jeff shared. Do what Allah says, buy low, sell high at targets. And he says, I spent less than 2 hours in front of the screen. Jeff is trading Apple, Costco, SHW long term. Costco up 85%, Apple 40, Microsoft 120. Boom. Thank you, Jeff. This is the reason I love what I do. And as you could see, Gary gave him great support. And that's very different traders, very different stories that I save and save every single day. Gary won Forex competition after a couple of days in the course. Pablo, complete beginner trader, one of his emails, as he says, he couldn't believe he never traded before. This is his email prior, as he was trading with success rate of 90%. If complete beginner trader can do it, what is stopping you? So this is from this morning in the trading room, my new 5 points. James 20 points on Dow. James stating this. As you can see, James just joined us in the course. Drastically more intelligent way to trade. That's how I feel with Alpha Fibonacci system. Robert up 12 points. Brad says, I'm still sitting at 100% for the month. You will see his performance. And you can see Jerry and you can see James and you can see the support. And this is just a couple of minutes in the trading room this morning with my brilliant, intelligent traders. So this is what Brad was sharing in the room. His performance for this month, as students constantly share, as you can see. So just to magnify it, to make it a little bit bigger for you, 100% success rate, 13 trades for the first 2 weeks in the market, less than few hours per week of trading. This is intelligent trading. Brad is making serious effort, and that's what students constantly share and inspire each other. You can also see Brad's story on our website, where after 20 years of trying, Brad accomplished phenomenal success, and I will show you where you can find this on website next. And that's his account now, from 25,000 years ago to where the account is now. Brad been searching for 20 plus years. He's no longer searching. He's simply trading with institutions. And Brad absolutely signed up for Genesis Trading Bootcamp, as Brad is taking every single bootcamp. I teach only once per year. He never misses a bootcamp. He's making a serious effort. So, for the first time ever, Genesis trading system with lifetime license, with 3 months live recorded classes, and includes additional Genesis Fibonacci Trading Bootcamp with Genesis software, savings of $5,000. It had never been done before, and it will never be will be done again. I will never, ever, ever teach Genesis Trading Bootcamp with Genesis Trading software. Never. And I never did it before. Once I will finish this bootcamp, it will be available only to graduates in an entirely separate section. Graduates joining at additional fee for 2 November and December members. There are only 2 spaces left. This included at no extra fee. Genesis Trading Bootcamp is additional 10 days of intense trading education. After 1 day, you will learn more than elsewhere in the previous 20 years. I promise you that, as you will see spectacular, phenomenal, supportive posts from other students. Alpha Fibonacci total trading system will now include new Genesis trend strategy with multi-market scanner and trade recognition software. All of this at no additional cost to new November and December members. Hundreds of live class videos, 3 months of live trading education, and again, Genesis Bootcamp with Genesis Trading software at $5,000 discount for only $39.77. Only 2 spaces left for live group Alpha Fibonacci trading system with Trading Bootcamp. If you will decide to join me in private mentoring, this is 6 months package, where again Genesis Fibonacci Trading Bootcamp and Genesis Fibonacci Trading software included at no additional fee for new November and December members. And this had never been offered before and will never be offered again. So if you come to the website traders and you click on products section, Fibonacci Trading Bootcamp is an entirely separate page. So please note, this is where you will find all the detailed information. This is where the link to this webinar will be posted. More and more details described here for you. If you have any questions for me, please do not hesitate to call or email me. And as always, more and more information about live group courses will include Fibonacci Trading Bootcamp. Last time I was teaching bootcamp was a couple of years ago, but it had never been done with Genesis Trading software. Never, ever, ever. And it will not be done again. And that makes a world of difference. So if you would like to see what other students do, what other students share, I will absolutely encourage you to review and listen. As students from beginner to hedge fund manager in US and across the world, trading method on any platform, any instrument you choose to trade. Choice is yours if you want to be a day trader or position trader. And that's the difference about this event. And that's once in a lifetime opportunity to become intelligent, peaceful, joyful trader. So if you have any questions for me, pretty please do not hesitate to call or email me. I always look forward to speaking with you. Thank you traders so much. So if you are ready to join us, simply click on Group Mentoring with Ninja 8 Software and Scanner. And if you scroll all the way down, you will see more and more details, and you will see that Bootcamp is included. And that's the opportunity that remains for only 2 new students. Once we start bootcamp and once 2 last spots are filled, this will no longer be available. And again, if you are contemplating private mentoring, pretty please call and speak with me first. Multiple private mentoring spots already filled all the way through 2020 as multiple students joining waiting lists. So please do not hesitate to call me. I always look forward to speaking with you. Thank you, traders. My joy and pleasure being here.